the next few weeks, I will be exploring certification options for a professional start in data science, machine learning, and AI. Over the next few weeks, I will be exploring some certifications in the data science, machine learning, and AI space that enabled a professional start into this world. One option of getting started into the data science, machine learning, AI world is to get a certification from a reputable, recognizable, and trustworthy organization. I will be going through the materials that are being presented for preparation to the exams for those certifications. For some of these certifications, I will not be rating and ranking these against each other. I will be commenting and evaluating each certification on its own as I go along. I don't have a set schedule. I am working through them like any other student would, and I will make my comments as I go along with my observations and my opinions. Ranking these against each other does not make sense in my opinion, as there are many more considerations than just the contents of these certifications that one needs to consider when deciding which one to pursue. How I'm evaluating those certifications: I will be making comments about my general impressions, about the relevance of the materials, the instructions, the evaluations and labs, how transferable the learned is from those learning materials, from this learning environment into the actual working environment. So how well do the skills or the information taught act generalized to the workplace? And would I recommend the certification or the course materials? I also will be looking into, is it time and or money well spent? Most of these courses and materials are going to be using cloud-based resources. So I'm going to be evaluating how much monetary investment is actually required to complete these materials. How am I qualified to evaluate these certifications? First off, I have a professional program data science certification from Microsoft since April 2017. I was in the second cohort that actually completed this certification, so it is one of the really early ones. I also have several machine learning certificates from Coursera since 2015 and ongoing. So I expect the materials covered in the certificates to be up to date, but I don't expect major surprises for my knowledge. Also, I'm creating and teaching similar materials. In all, I consider myself well positioned for this evaluation and to comment on the quality of the teaching materials. The certificates that I will cover for a start are going to be the Google Cloud Professional Machine Learning Engineer certification, the Microsoft Azure AI Engineer Associate Certificate, the Microsoft Azure Data Scientist Associate Certificate, and the AWS Machine Learning Specialty. If you have a certain certificate in mind, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will have a look at these. So how will this work? I'll be working through the materials as it is prescribed in the materials themselves, like any other student. On a weekly basis, I will comment on the materials and observations that I have for the materials that I covered during that week. I'll add a summary and opinion at the end of each certification. I'll attempt to create a comparison based on features to compare the certificates with each other. I won't rank the certificates against each other, and I also will include the time and money I spent as a reference for you to use to evaluate those certifications. Let's get started. I appreciate you dropping by. Please subscribe. I'm done here. Fire to that.